Hello again, people. Right, another reversal here. I promise I'm not cherry picking these because they work. I'm just looking at charts, looking at this situation here and going through charts basically from left to right over here, from right to left rather. And it's raining outside, and I was about to take the dog for a walk, and that is a non-starter. She doesn't like the rain, and neither do I. So it's important to note, well, many things actually. The reason for making this video is actually to remind you how, I've said before in the past that trading rooms and all that lot, they can't teach you patience and discipline. And excuse me, but this does, because at no point here could we have got into a long trade. I don't mention this enough really. These overextended trades are, in my opinion, solid gold, and they've only come about recently as a thing, as it were, as a strategy, because of making these videos. I always used to come back to the charts in the afternoons and see whether there was an opportunity to trade, but really it wasn't. I didn't sort of give it a label, and I certainly don't think I was as aware of the usefulness of the ADR. So another karma situation. I've learnt another, well, for me, a fantastic trading opportunity. It makes so much sense to me. So we're watching the RSI. Firstly, we're watching this. Then we always need to be aware of support and resistance and what's going on the right, left-hand side, of course. So before entering any trade, you have to be aware of that. But just based on this 30-minute bar reversal in colour on the RSI histo, then being aware of that, then watching for a 15-minute reversal. So you're overextended, you're waiting for a reversal to happen. Look how it didn't happen on any of these other ones. You probably don't even, well, you certainly won't have a 15-minute reversal to the long side going on. As you can see, it needed to close above there for that one, but it wouldn't have been an option anyway because we weren't overextended. And then coming all the way down here, that is the next option for a reversal, the 3 candle reversal. That's the penultimate low, that's the ultimate low. Then they're coming up to attack it to try and get through it. They haven't, and on the M30 that probably coincided with a change of colour on the M30, and then it carries on down, and it's no reversal until this point here. So that level was placed on our new 30-minute candle, bar, whatever you want to call it. And then we can look to the right hand side on the 15-minute chart, and we can see a potential reversal. So how could you not have a more solid, disciplined, patience and discipline type system? It's beyond me. And I developed this method in order to control my own impetuousness, if you like, with trading, and because it was one of my main problems, was not enforcing patience and discipline. So the close of that is 89927, and that bar high, this bar high here, is 89927. I consider that a break. If it had been repelled and this had been 89926, then it would not have been a valid break. Simple as that. If this had gapped up and opened above that level, even though that didn't break the level, then I would have considered this a break. So we've had our M30 jobby done. We also had a break anyway on the new candle. So it's a belt and braces move, to be honest with you, or what I call a belt and braces. Then all we have to do is drop down to the 5-minute and study what's going on. And we can see that big spike that went up. Let's just double check that on the 15. Yeah, that's that thing there. Then we've had our pullback here, as you can see, and there's the trend in place: low, high, high, low, high, high, pullback, continuation. So at this point here now, we start to look at our RSI on the 5-minute, we can actually see the 5 minute pulled back. That's the penultimate. That's an engulfing reversal. So we really need the 5 minute to be in alignment with us. In this case, that's the penultimate low. That's the ultimate low. So the level we want to be absolutely sure and follow my rules is a close above that one. As you can see, it didn't close above it until there. It tried. I'll double check the levels, but I'm sure that looks like it gapped down anyway, oddly enough. But let's just have a look at that, whether it did close on that one. Close 89988, 89989. So no, it failed to close, and then this gap down a tiny bit by the looks of it. Open. Oh no, it didn't. It just a visual, a thingamabob, you know, trick of the eyes. And then this would have been that's the bust up, that's the pullback. This is, any one of these are the break and close. But as I say, to be on the safe side, I want to see either that support broken, the low of that candle with a close through it, so it's failed to hold as resistance, support holding as resistance. Neither of these two did that. Then finally this one did, and price went up 19 pips, which is pretty amazing for EG actually, but a lovely move all the same, and it followed the rules. Uptrend here, pullback, all the relevant closes, all the 3 levels, M30, M15, M5. It was a perfect system trade. You could even have just traded it up to there, which would have still given you a sensible amount of pips. 10 pips, give or take, before spread, of course. So there was 8 pips there. That's why I go for 6, 7, 8 pips, and I'm happy with that. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and don't forget, patience and discipline is enforced by this method, especially when you use this. And this would be a perfect strategy for people that can't get up for the Frankfurt London Open, and a nice relaxing strategy to boot.